You're listening to WSTU Stewart.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and guest and are not necessarily those of WPSL or WSTU. This station does not endorse products that may be mentioned. Any reproduction or retransmission of this broadcast is strictly prohibited without the express permission and written consent of this station. Phone lines are open for your questions and comments. Call 220-9788 or 340-1590. And now, here's your host.
And your host today, the legendary Gary Mariorossi.
And Scott O'Keefe.
Scott, that's right. Scott O'Keefe is the co-host today, right? Wow.
Yes,
Good
yes, indeed.
stuff. Good stuff.
How are you, Greg?
We survived Orlando, Florida for
You did.
5 days. Yeah.
No construction going on down there or anything, right?
Oh, gosh. Every inch of I-4 is under construction. And you were saying that's been going on for decades, you and Scott?
Lived in Altamont Springs for over 20 years, and for at least that long, they've been doing construction on the 408 and I-4 for at least that long. So, and our son still lives in Orlando.
Your son's still there,
yeah, he's a high school English teacher down there. So, you know, we love seeing him, of course, but we dread driving down there. It never stops.
Now, is he on the west side of town, out by Disney, or?
He's actually south, so south Orlando, almost, probably 4 or 5 miles from Kissimmee.
Oh, okay,
So,
yeah.
So it's a you've got it's a hike. So you've got to actually go through Orlando, to get to the south side to get to him. And that drive is just no fun.
And Scott, you're no stranger to Orlando either, right?
No, been a Florida native, so I lived on the coast right in Merritt Island. So as a kid, we go to Orlando all the time, and it was always under construction. I mean, always. I mean, ever since Walt Disney. Well, I can't even say that, can I? Can I?
Sure you can.
Okay, since Walt started building that place, the road started popping. It's just been that way ever since.
Every time they make it 1 lane wider, another 250,000 people move in, and it's time for another lane.
Yeah.
Just never stops.
Yeah, well, it's going to be that way here, too. The word is from DOT. It's eventually everything is going to have to be 10-laned, all the way from Jacksonville to Miami.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
For evacuation?
Guess who knows? And that means.
And then 10 lanes, and then we can really bottleneck up in Jacksonville when we're trying to get out of the state, right?
It won't matter. Everybody will still be able to drive in the left-hand lane, slow, with their flashers on in the rain. So it won't matter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. So what's going on with you guys?
Well, we just finished our September and had a very successful September, and new products and great programs, and so a lot of good momentum. And as we head into October, we've got some great new incentives and reasons to come in, and we'll go through that in detail. But really wanted to start today, and brought Scott in. He of course runs the service and parts department for us at the dealership, and wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on in parts and service, which, we've talked about this before, to me is the best kept secret in the dealership. What goes on in our parts and service department, and in sales, we talk a lot about sales, and of course we will continue to do that. But the saying in the dealership for us is, sales sells the first Lexus, and service sells everyone after that. And
so true.
It really is. You've experienced our service department.
And Scott, I got to tell you, we got another letter from you guys. Thank you for bringing the car in for the 15,000-mile check. So, it's a nice touch, and you don't see that anywhere else.
No.
Personal touch.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, your service director is your ambassador to getting everything done.
Yes.
And arranges everything, and it goes very smooth that way.
And it was just smooth as silk.
Great to hear. That's great, and that's day in, day out. But that has led to a little bit of success for us. And so what we've had to do, and we're going to be doing this starting on the 20th of October, is we're having to extend our Saturday hours.
Really?
We can't get it all done. So our customers have asked for it, so we've done it, and we're going to be moving our Saturday hours from 7 to 3 to 8 to 5, and go ahead and be there all day Saturday. We have a lot of folks that show up later in the afternoon, and we want to make sure we can get them taken care of. So we wanted to make that a full day and make sure we had all those services available to everybody, because it generally getting a flat tire or things like that tend to happen on Saturday afternoons. And so we see ourselves running out of time. Of course, we stick around late all the time, but we figure it's time. We got so many customers asking for it and so many customers coming in that we thought that was a great thing to do. So we've extended our Saturday hours to all day Saturday.
Now, will Gary be barbecuing for us?
Second Saturday of every month.
Right. So
Aha! The apron is out.
that's right. So that's
Mark your calendar.
we do see a lot of extra people on that day too. So they come in and enjoy the
A lot of
Gary's
complimentary car washes and lunches served on the second Saturday of every month. So, or folks will put off doing their maintenance, their oil changes for that. Oh, yeah, we'll do that on the second Saturday.
Sure.
Which is what we want. That's why we do it. It's a nice.
That's fun.
Customer appreciation thing, and we enjoy it. Get to meet the guests, at the grill, more relaxed, and
Absolutely.
say hi, and we really enjoy doing it. But service is doing a great job. We got some great things going on for October. We wanted to share with everybody.
Well, one of the things we have going is it's a Lexus exclusive tire event that is started beginning of October, runs through the end of October, all the way through Halloween. So, and what that is $100 off a set of 4, or $50 off 2. And the best part about that is that it isn't $100 off of no-name brand tires. It isn't like these are big box store tires or brands you've never heard of. These are
No retreads.
no retread. Yeah, these are all top on the kind of tires that you want to buy. I mean, the original equipment spec tires for Lexus, like Bridgestone, Continental, Dunlop, Pirelli, Goodyear, Yokohama, and Michelin. Top of the line tires, $100 off a set of 4, and let me tell you, that really starts to make a difference. If you've got a RX 350, that's a popular seller with us.
Sure is.
A set of 4 tires on that, a set of 4 Michelins is usually, is $1,200 because they're usually $200-$300 a piece. How about a set of 4 installed for $900? That's out the door. There's no hidden charges. There's no, you need to pay for whatever.
yeah.
You get there.
Valve stems.
Recycling fees.
Whatever. Yeah, that's out the door. And the beauty of that, it also includes road hazard. Now we got a great road hazard program that's included in this price. So it isn't like we're going to charge you an extra $16 a tire like some places do in town. This road hazard comes with the purchase. Now, road hazard is if you're driving down the road and you get a construction truck in front of you and you get some nails dropped and it punctures the tire. For the first year, it's free replacement. The second year, it's 50-50. And it's a free patch of that tire if it can be patched for the life of the tire. And that's an incredible deal because that's peace of mind. Now, this isn't just good through us. That's good through any Lexus dealership nationwide. So if you're up in Orlando visiting like you do all the time, and you're up there battling that traffic and the construction
I'm not going to go back. Oh.
And a rock busts the tire or something like that, this covers that. And Lexus dealerships will take care of you. So you're able to hit that little button up on the overhead and tell them you need assistance, and they'll get you to a Lexus dealership, and they'll get that tire replaced. So
Very cool.
That's included with this. So, I mean, and for another example.
We had a guest in this morning, that purchased a car just 30 days ago.
Right.
And has the, had that protection.
Right.
With a new set of tires, and couldn't be happier. But she nailing the tire.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anthony, one of our managers.
Oh, well, yes.
This is his third nail in a tire in less than 60 days.
Right.
Because he drives up and down US 1, and US 1 and Fort Pierce, we all know what's going on
Construction there, yeah.
everywhere. So that is invaluable. He would have had to purchase 3 new tires in the last 60 days.
Right. And he's got an RC 350 F.
Nice.
And those tires are $300 a piece. And it cost him nothing. It's costing him nothing. And that's what's included when you buy the tires. So top brands, great price, no hidden fees. It makes it really a great deal, and it's peace of mind. And that way you're buying quality. I mean, you can find cheaper tires. You can always find a cheaper tire, but you can't find a better tire. And that's the key, is finding the tire that's right for your Lexus at a great price. And October's the month to do that. If you got an ES350,
Which I do.
Which you do. Okay. An ES350.
Well, my wife does.
A set
I don't get to drive it.
Oh, you too, huh?
Except when it's time for service, right?
A set of the Michelin Premises MXM4s, that's a top-of-the-line Michelin, installed for $977.
Wow.
But even better, for just a few dollars more, for $5 more, you can get the energy savers, which improve your gas mileage. Yeah, then
All right,
Michelin
what's
makes
that?
an Energy Saver AS. It's a tire that improves gas mileage and efficiency, and has the standard Michelin tread wear warranties. So it has peace of mind, and it has the ability to provide better economy for your car. So they call it Energy Saver. Yes.
And we still get the roadside
Still get the road hazard.
with that.
It's an all-season tire. It has a silica-based tread rubber compound. It's all-season traction, and no compromise on steering or stopping. So it's a great tire. But it has lower rolling resistance, requires less effort from the engine, and helps reduce harmful carbon dioxide emissions from your vehicle. So it's a great tire, and it has 55,000-mile tread life warranty.
Wow.
I'm going to say it again: 55,000-mile tread life warranty. So
if I save $200 on an off-brand and it only lasted me 30,000 miles, that probably wouldn't be that great a deal.
Right, because you're already buying it again.
Right.
And it's not as efficient a tire, and it's not a spec tire for your Lexus.
You know, I think back on some of the guests that will come into the service drive, that are not happy, and they'll come in. And they'll come, and we'll say, well, what's going on, and a lot of times it's tires.
Yeah.
And we find out that, well, they went somewhere, ordered some tires online, went to a big box store, and, they're needing new tires 20,000 miles later. Or I remember back just a couple weeks ago, we had the one guest that had them installed somewhere else, saved himself a couple $100.
Lasted 11,000 miles.
Well, the CT,
right? The CT, right? And he says he couldn't believe that a set of two tires that he bought online only lasted 11,000 miles.
So that turned out to not be such a great deal. But I'm also thinking of the guests that had them put on, somewhere else. And when we came back and inspected the vehicle, the tire pressure monitors were missing.
All four of them, yes.
Right.
They didn't put the tire pressure monitors, but
Back
just
on.
a little
Minor. It just
the little
minor
component
stuff.
that tells your car what the tire pressure is. Yeah.
Oh, no.
And the light was on, and we pulled it
no.
off. Said, well, they're all gone. He's like,
Those are the things that we see.
yeah. Well, there's a lot of good people that work in repair facilities around us, but you do need to have peace of mind about what you're buying. And you need to have a nationwide backing of that service. And that's the beauty of getting work done at a Lexus dealership, because Lexus service nationwide is top-notch. So that's the kind of service we want to provide. But the best part is through the month of October, you get to get that service and get a discount on doing it. So it makes it affordable.
So $100 off a set of 4.
A set of 4.
And $50 off
A set of
if you do
2, if you do 2. And like I said, name brand: Bridgestone, Continental, Dunlop, Pirelli, Goodyear, Yokohama, and Michelin. So call us for fitment, call us for pricing. We'll sharpen our pencil. We'll make you a great deal on a set of tires.
That sounds great. Plus some great coffee there.
Oh, our coffee
best.
machine's the best.
You can get about 27 different varieties of it too. And
I know.
We'll give you a tutorial on how to use the machine when you get there. But
That's true.
But it's great. Each individual cup is fresh ground. Once you pick what you want, so you can't get a better cup of coffee. That's worth it right there.
Sure. Oh, yeah. I see you guys both wearing pink. This is a special
Got the pink ties on.
October Awareness Month.
Well,
Yeah.
October, of course, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and of course, we fully support those efforts to, eliminate that horrible disease. And I don't know many people that haven't been touched, by breast cancer. We all have mothers, sisters, daughters,
You bet.
friends, and there's with the efforts that have been put forth over the years, we made a lot of progress, but still work to be done. So, October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we want to bring it to the forefront, everybody's attention, and raise some money and support the cause. So you'll see us all month long in pink ties, and we have our pins, and again, great cause, and of course we want to support that 1,000%.
That sounds great. Yeah, and it's just all part of giving back to the community. I think it's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We want to be great neighbors and great participants.
Okay, you're going to have to put your Mickey Mouse ears on.
Wow.
And line 1, Sally, you are on with Gary and Scott.
I have a Lexus, and I bought my 4 tires from Treasure Coast Lexus, and my right rear tire had a nail stuck in sideways, and y'all did not cover it. You need to tell your audience that you don't cover if a nail has gone in sideways.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I have to say.
Excellent. Well, thanks for clearing that up for us,
Okay.
Sally.
Well, yeah, that's interesting.
If she did not have the road hazard, because road hazard would cover it.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
that's the qualifying point.
Aha. Okay.
Yes. So if you have the road hazard, it covers sidewall, tread,
Everything.
and but if you don't have that, then yes, because then it will only cover repairing the tire, and you cannot repair a tire. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Scott.
That's correct. We can't repair a tire that has a tire that's in the outside edge tread. So there's a measurement on all the tires from the edge of the tire in that we can't do repair because it has it will
It's a safety issue.
compromise the inner liner of the tire, and it can't be patched because we don't plug tires. We patch them, we take them off the rim, we patch them from the inside, and at that curvature right there, a patch won't hold.
Okay. Now, question: Is there a possibility that you didn't get that originally? Can we come back to you and say we'd like to get that? I mean, is that possible after the fact?
It is. There's actually, you can actually purchase a road hazard program, which will extend it. Past a year. You can
Gotcha.
purchase
Okay.
it for multiple years. But when you purchase tires from a Lexus dealer, you get it for a year as part of your purchase.
But let me qualify something. If you buy a car from us, buying the car from us with the tires on it doesn't give you the road hazard. Okay? It's only on the replacement tires. So if you come in and buy a set of tires from us and they're one of the OEMs that I listed here, those brands, then they'll have the road hazard with them when we install them.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So the Sally may not have had an OEA or OEM tire, and it wouldn't have that road hazard.
But that's great that we
It's a great
clarify
point.
that.
Yeah, I'm
And
glad,
Oh,
you,
yeah,
I'm glad
yeah.
you brought that up.
It's
That
very
I really
important.
appreciate her calling in and mentioning
we don't
that.
want to, we don't want to overpromise anything, and we want to be very clear on, what this particular discussion is for the tire event,
Sure.
that we started October 1st.
That's right.
And it is on the replacement tires. So, yes, we want to be very clear on that.
That reminds me, I've got to run out and see what Carol's got in her car. I don't think I've even looked at the tires. I think they're Michelin's, but I'm not sure.
Well, you made it through Orlando without
that's
without,
true. Yeah, that we did.
incident, right?
Yeah, that we did. Yeah,
It's
it
very
was
fortunate.
just the love bugs that I was worried about, so we got rid of those too. And we didn't. I was not going to bring the car into you guys looking the way it did. So.
Well, we want you to.
Now, I
get a free car
understand
wash.
you did.
You can
but,
come in. You bought your car from us, right?
Yes, certainly.
You
but-
service your car with us, right?
Yeah, that's right.
You can come by for a wash anytime that we're open,
I understand.
and we're happily take
But
care of that for
thing
you.
It was gross up there. So
That's what
yeah,
we do.
I know.
So what else is going on in service this month, Scott? What else we got going on?
Well, I got the extended hours. I have that, and then we also have our typical services that we provide all the time: the valet service and the free
Well,
pickup delivery.
Talk about that for a minute, because I think people hear valet service and may not appreciate what that really entails.
Well, the simplest terms of it, it's free pickup and delivery. For example, when we service your car, we will run out, drop off a new Lexus for you to drive, pick your car up, bring it in, get it serviced, washed, like we talked about, get the love bugs off, right, and then get it vacuumed, clean the windows, and then deliver it back out to you and pick up our loaner. That way you have something to drive. So that's a service we provide for all the cars that we service in our service
So
facility.
if I'm in Dallas, you guys will no.
Now, we do have a limit. We do have a limit. We go to Sebastian all the time. We go from we
Do you
pretty much
really?
go from we
Wow.
go from just about Jupiter to Sebastian, and we cover that area and all the way into Okeechobee. So we cover that whole area on valet runs.
Well, that's our territory. That's our market, and a lot of people don't realize that there are only about 250 Lexus stores in the country, so we tend to be a little spread out. So that is a service that to me is almost required for us, because at a Lexus dealer we're all about service and exceeding people's expectations and experience amazing, and that's something that folks are busy. And we will be happy to come get the car and, again, leave you a loaner car, do the service that's required, wash it, bring it back to you. We can't make it any more convenient than that. And the first two services when you purchase a new Lexus are complimentary. They're free.
Well, unless you buy a certified pre-owned.
And the first four.
Then the first four. So
how about that? We'll come pick it up. We'll do the service, bring it back to you, and there's no charge for anything. We'll do the service for free as well. So you can't get any better than that, and that's why we do it though, because we are kind of spread out, and folks, it might not be convenient for them to do that. So we'll come get you.
Boy, that sounds amazing. Yeah.
That is that's all part of being Lexus. And again, when you do things like that, we're all everything we do is geared to having a long-term relationship with our guests. Customers for life. That's what we want. So, if we're doing things like that, that's where, again, sales sells the first Lexus, service sells everyone after that. If we're coming and getting your car, servicing it, cleaning it, bring it back to you, that's pretty compelling, and that's a pretty good reason to keep doing business with Lexus.
Yeah, it really is. You guys are special, and we're going to take a quick break for Florida State News, and we will be back with the Treasure Coast Car Guys with Gary and Scott from Treasure Coast Lexus straight ahead on WPSL, Port St. Lucie, WSTU Stewart, WPSL and WSTU on Alexa, Google Home, and the TuneIn app. Time is 11:30.
FNN News, I'm Deborah Roberts. There's a request for surveillance video from homes and businesses along Willow Avenue in South Tampa. A North Carolina man, 34-year-old Justin Heilig, was found shot to death early Sunday morning. Janelle McGregor of TPD says security video may help solve the case.
Surveillance video has proven to be very valuable in solving certain cases in the past, and we're hoping that it will also be valuable in identifying the suspect or suspects who murdered Justin Heilig.
McGregor says investigators don't believe Heilig's murder was random, but aren't sure what the motive was, nor do they have any suspects. A 17-year-old girl and her 18-year-old boyfriend are facing charges after they're accused of killing her father and hiding his body under blankets and towels. Miami-Dade police detectives say Evilio Ganza brought his daughter to his southwest Miami-Dade home to clean out her things, and she stole his car and picked up her boyfriend. It was DeMar Tuelias who allegedly shot the 63-year-old in the back. Cops say they dragged his body into the bedroom and used bleach to clean up the place. They both supposedly confessed. She's charged with tampering with evidence and accessory after the fact. He's charged with second-degree murder. Mark Jenkins of AAA says it's costing you a lot more to fill your gas tank these days.
There's really just kind of a tug of war in gas prices because normally around this time of year you expect to see gas prices decline. But we're heading into a time when, again, there's continued concerns about global oil supply, and that's really having an upward impact on oil prices.
The average price at the pump in Florida is $2.77, which is 17 cents more than a week ago. The late South Florida rapper XXX Tentacion is being remembered in a new posthumous music video. The rapper was shot and killed in a suspected robbery in Deerfield Beach back in June. His real name was Onse Jones, and he was only 20 years old. With news on the Florida News Network, I'm Deborah Roberts.
Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low-cost airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531.
It was President Eisenhower who signed the documents creating NASA in October of 1958, but it's John Kennedy whose voice is forever associated with the space agency.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth.
This is Apollo Saturn Launch Control. We passed the 6-minute mark in our countdown for Apollo 11, the flight to land of the first men on the moon.
NASA is spending the month celebrating its first 60 years and looking ahead to the big things to come. Two brothers from Tallahassee are bringing their love for muscle cars to a national audience. Todd and Scott Warmack are the stars of the new Discovery Channel show Trans Am that debuts tonight. The brothers have two businesses in Tallahassee devoted to Trans Ams on Aviation Ave and Power Mill Court. The Warmacks aren't the only ones who love the car, and they tell the Tallahassee Democrat they have an 8-month waiting list. I'm Deborah Roberts, FNN News.
Shop now for your new Lexus from Treasure Coast Lexus. Shop now if your current lease is coming to an end. Come take a test drive in a beautiful new Lexus today, like the sporty 2018 Lexus IS 200T. Take it home and pay just $279 a month. Choose the 2018 Lexus ES 350 or maybe the NX 300, both with payments as low as $319 a month. Don't miss great lease offers on America's safest vehicle, the 2018 Lexus RX 350. Lease it now and pay just $439 per month. All leases are for 36 months with 10,000 miles per year with approved credit, plus tax tag and $39.99 due at signing. Be sure to stop by Treasure Coast Lexus and see the all-new 2018 Lexus LS 500. Come take a test drive and experience the Treasure Coast Lexus difference. Experience amazing. Treasure Coast Lexus, US 1 south of Midway Road, Fort Pierce. Online at treasurecoastlexus.com. You're listening to WSTU Stewart.
This is WPSL Fort St. Lucie.
Welcome back to the Treasure Coast Car Guys with Gary and Scott.
Hey, Greg. We're back.
You are indeed with
So we want to shift gears a little bit, and we talked about parts and service first half of the show. We want to shift over to and talk a little bit about sales and what's going on in October, because we did get the updated incentives today, and the 2019 models have started to trickle in. And it's funny because Lexus is. And people get a little surprised by this. Lexus is generally the last to roll out the new model years, because some of the domestics started rolling out 2019s in March, and Lexus.
okay.
Lexus really kind of a little old-fashioned. They think 2019 really means 2019. So we're generally the last ones to roll out our new models, and usually you'll start seeing that in the fourth quarter, and which, hey, we're in the fourth quarter.
We're there.
Here we are,
Yep,
right?
Yep.
So we're at the end of our year, or toward the end of our year, calendar year. So the 19s have started to trickle in. So now there's a real sense of urgency for any of the remaining 18s. And October is when you see Lexus really step up, the deals on the remaining 18s. So if you're looking, say, I've been waiting, toward the end of the year to get my best deal. I love a great deal. Well, there's no better time than right now to get that great deal. And there is some sense of urgency because Lexus also does a great job of not flooding dealers with more inventory than they really need. So it's not like we have hundreds of 2018s left on the lot that you can come and pick from, and we've got a limited supply of these cars. For example, 2018 ES, because the 19 ES have started to arrive. We've got a handful of those on the lot.
Okay.
But the remaining 18s, we have 10 left. That's it. So great incentives. You can get up to $8,000 off a 2018 ES, which is a phenomenal vehicle, and that is a phenomenal discount. That's not normally what you see on a Lexus.
No.
So, but we only have 10 of them left. So, a lot of people think, well, I'll wait till the end of the month, and that's when I'll really get my best deal.
They may not be around.
At the end of the month, there won't be any to pick from.
Yeah.
We sell a lot more than 10 ESs in a month. And that's one of our, top sellers, the ES and the RX in particular. So we've got, if you aren't saying, I just want my best deal, well, now's the time, and don't wait. Or you won't have colors to pick from. You won't have trim levels, accessories to pick from. You'll just have, this is what's left. So, and it's not like we can go to another dealer and say, well, we'll trade you no one has them. So we have more than most dealers. So come and get them. But if you want to see a big discount like that, come on in and don't wait. 2018 RXs, because the 19s have just started to trickle in. So 2018 RX, which is our best seller by far. It is also the 2018 model voted the safest vehicle in America by the Insurance Institute. So you can't get a better vehicle, safer. I mean, it's just it's a home run, that RX. It always has been reliable. It's just fantastic. And right now you can come in and get an 18 RX and save up to $5,000 on that vehicle. And because that's our best seller, normally we don't discount that car. You don't see specials on those cars. You don't see specials on the cars that sell. We sell a lot of. You usually see them on cars, that maybe aren't moving as quickly. That's kind of where, the discounts go. So, but to get that kind of discount on an RX, and there is no difference from the 18 to the 19. So, if you put them side by side, and I didn't tell you which was which, you'd never tell them apart. So, if you're looking, I want my best deal, I want a great deal, come on in and pick out an 18 RX. That also goes for the RX Hybrid. On the RXL, the third row RX, little higher price point on that car, so the discount's a little better. You can get up to $6,000 off on that vehicle, and that is a fabulous vehicle. That's still an RX, handles like an RX, looks like an RX, but it's a little over 4 inches longer to accommodate the third row. And what we found is a lot of people are purchasing that vehicle, they're not really using the third row. They purchase it for the additional cargo space.
Okay.
Which is
that makes sense. Yeah.
4 inches doesn't sound like a lot, but it's just 4.3 inches longer. You add quite a bit to the cargo area by going to RXL, and you can get a bigger discount on that car too. So it really is some people come in looking for RX, and when they see they can get the RXL for virtually the same price, that's kind of a no-brainer. So, again, 18s, and if you want to have your choice of color, you want to have your choice of equipment, now is the time to do that. October is the time to do that, because by the end of October, we'll pretty much be out of the 18s, and then it'll be 19s, and you don't see those kind of discounts, on the brand new models, especially when they first come out. So, if you want your best deal, come on in and take a look at RX, RXL, ES, 18 ISs, our 4-door sports, sports car. You get up to $7,000 off on that vehicle, and again, that's just not what you normally see. Last but certainly not least, we completely redesigned the 2018 LS from head to toe, and it is spectacular. It is an absolutely beautiful car, technologically just light years ahead of what we had before, and that vehicle just came out middle of this year, but the 19s will start to roll in end of this year. So you can save up to $8,000 on that vehicle.
Wow.
And again, come in now while you have the opportunity to pick your color and what equipment you want, because, that car comes in many different configurations. So come on in now. If you want your best deal, now is the time to do it. October is the time to do it. And don't wait till the end, because you won't get your best deal at the end of the month. We may not have it.
If you don't have a car.
We may not have a vehicle for you. Do it now. And all the deals are out there now. So come on out and take advantage. Timing's everything, right?
Sure.
So come on out. We've got them all clearly marked, nice and easy. Make your best deal. And, of course, as we've talked about before, to all listeners of the show, we'll make your best deal, negotiate your best deal, and then after all that's done, then mention the show, and we'll take an additional $500 off.
Cool. All right.
No games, no gimmicks. It's not $500 off some made-up price.
Just mention the car guys. Yeah.
After you've negotiated your best deal,
yeah,
then mention it, and we'll take an extra $500 off. So
that's cool. I got to ask you, the big subject up at the Broadcasters Convention was autonomous vehicles. And we had a VP at Ford who was saying it's going to be 2027 at the earliest, at least for us. What is Toyota looking at? Is it maybe in that same time frame, or are they? They may not.
Oh, no, we're absolutely looking
Are
at it.
you? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And we Toyota they're always out in front. They're an amazing company, and their R&D budget is substantial. But we're looking at autonomous. We're looking at, there's a program going on out in California right now with hydrogen vehicles. Of course, we were at the forefront with the Prius on hybrid vehicles.
Oh yeah.
So, we're looking at everything and working on all of that.
That hydrogen is what? It's like a fuel cell.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Well, it creates hydrogen through electrolysis, and they then burn the hydrogen. So there's hydrogen cells which create electricity, but I think this has more to do with internal combustion using hydrogen, which the byproduct of that is water vapor.
That's the emission.
No emissions.
Zero emissions.
Whoa.
So you can have the internal combustion engine, but then it's running off hydrogen, and the emissions is water vapor. So
wow.
That is definitely using, and talk about a renewable resource,
Sure.
It gives off what it takes to operate. So that's
But
pretty amazing.
we're years away from from a lot of that. But
sure,
it's look, technology is changing at lightning speed.
Yeah.
And every day and every model year, it just what comes out is absolutely amazing. But so. Do I think we'll see autonomous? Yeah, we'll see them. The best estimates I've heard are after 2025. So 2027 is probably pretty close to spot on. But again, that's a projection too, so
Sure.
that could get pushed back. Once we get there, and I don't know that the uses, at least initially, what I'm being told and reading, is the use will be limited. Certain aspects.
It'll be
Public
big in
transportation.
Silicon Valley.
Sure. Well, it all starts there.
Exactly.
It
No,
really
it does. Yeah.
The Prius started in California. A lot of this stuff starts there and then kind of works its way east. But the future is amazing. We and our industry is changing at breakneck speed, and Toyota will always be at the forefront. And we are. We can guarantee that whatever comes, we'll be involved in it, and we'll lead the way. That's just the way it's been.
Sure.
Well, look at the technology that's already in. You have an RX, right?
NX. Yeah.
NX. Okay. Lane assist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And so it sees you start to wander a little bit. It shakes the steering wheel, vibrates, it corrects the braking systems. So a lot of our vehicles, a lot of the Lexus product has the camera braking system. So the blind spot monitoring. So if somebody comes up on your blind spot, it lights up. It has radar in the back that determines. So there's a lot of those features that people will want in autonomous cars exist, and a lot of it's there already. So all the assistance all the technology packages that our product have that are already there that make that car so much safer than they were even 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was funny because the panel was talking about the woman, the vice president of iHeart, was talking about, well, now what we have is a list of what the drivers want to be doing. And number one was sleeping. I'm sitting there going, no way. I'm not going to trust a car to do
Look,
that.
I don't sleep when my wife's driving.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope your wife's listening.
Oh, I hope she's not listening.
We're safe. I know she's not. So I would never say that if she was listening. But,
I know mine's not. She teaches. So.
But I don't know that I'd sleep.
I don't either.
Car, but right now, we're going to have to drive them, and But the technology it's all coming, and we'll be at the front of it, and that's part of why. Because when we came in this morning, Carol, she kind of told us what was going on. She tells us all your secrets, and she said, while you guys were in Orlando, you had a tough time using the navigation system.
We never set up the nav system.
So Carol let us know that, and said, I'm going to make an appointment and call in and make an appointment with the technology department in our store.
Yes.
And they will give you that tutorial and help you set it up and do all that for you. So that's part of, the evolution of Lexus too, because, we have technology specialists. We're the first to do that. And, it's modeled, we modeled it after, the Genius Bar at Apple. And because the technology is changing so quickly. And so we've got designated staff that's their only job. Their job is to teach you how to use all the technology that's on the car and all the technology that's coming.
And I remember a few years back, yours was among the first dealerships in the United States to have that. And you were the model for some of the other dealerships.
Oh, yeah. And no one does it better than we do. No one does it. With Lexus now, that is required. So
is it?
Oh yes. You've got to have certified delivery specialists in your store. That's not optional, because Lexus knows that this technology is not just something that you can take the owner's manual and teach yourself for the vast majority of our guests. So to have folks that are well versed in it, patient enough to teach folks like me, because I'm a dinosaur. I am not technically proficient. That's a kind way to say it.
Now I am a dinosaur.
So
in more ways than one.
We have folks that that's That's their job. And as the technology continues to advance, and it's just getting faster, 19 now, we've got Apple CarPlay and Alexa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's new. So who's going to teach that to our guests, that haven't used that before, and particularly haven't used it in their car?
Or in their home. So they say, Alexa, start my car. Turn on the air.
That's unreal. Oh, okay.
But if you don't know how to use it, then none of that matters. Yeah. And that's what Lexus recognized when they started this program in 2014. They recognized that too many people weren't using the technology that was in their car, and an even larger percentage didn't know it existed, didn't know they had it in their car, because Lexus constantly gets guest feedback, and they want to know what's going on, and they were shocked by the number of guests that my vehicle doesn't have that. Well, yes, it does.
It does have that app. I mean, the car has apps, not your phone, but the car
Sure.
has apps.
And what's amazing is that someone had the vision at Lexus to pick up Alexa rather than say Google Home. Alexa, according to the numbers that we saw last week, has a 75% share of that market.
Boy, how'd you like to be a business that has a 75%
share? Holy smokes!
I'd love that.
Boy. So we partnered with the right app.
You did.
And Apple CarPlay,
sure,
is phenomenally popular. So these are all things that are, it just keeps getting more and more advanced.
And they weren't there 5 years ago.
No,
Sure.
didn't even exist.
Yeah.
And certainly did not exist in your car. So we are, everything that's coming, we'll stay out in front of it, and we'll have people that will teach you how to take advantage of all of it and get the maximum value out of your vehicle. Because if you don't know it's there and you don't use it, then why did you pay for it? That's kind of what it comes down to. So we want people to know what's there, know how to use it, feel comfortable with it, and take full advantage of everything that's in that vehicle.
Sure.
And a lot of it is safety related, so we certainly want them to know that.
Safety and convenience. There's a lot of benefit to the convenience that's involved.
Well, the lane system is truly amazing.
Yeah, the ability for the cameras to know you're in a lane,
Yep.
know that you're wandering off.
Yep.
Because too often we get distracted, and whatever's going on, or depending on the weather, blown around. I mean, it's just
Sure.
So
yeah.
it's especially
or big trucks.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
You bet.
So it keeps you right on track.
Wonderful stuff. So we've got a few minutes left, and I just wanted to mention and touch a little bit on pre-owned cars as well, because we have a phenomenal pre-owned selection and business, and I want to talk a minute about kind of perception in a Lexus store. We talked about service earlier, and I believe the perception sometimes is, well, if I bring it in for service at the Lexus store, it's a Lexus store, so everything is going to be a lot more, and it's going to cost me more, and that is so far from the truth. With everything out there and all the information that's out there and the internet, we can't be that, we can't be that dealer. We have to be competitive, and we are. Once people really take a close look at what we do, they realize, my gosh, you are competitive with everybody else around town.
And transparent as well.
And transparent. And we're a Lexus certified dealer. So, you've got master certified technicians on your car, and so there is value to that as well. So the perception, I believe, also carries into pre-owned cars. I've had people tell me, my gosh, I had no idea that I could come to a Lexus store and purchase a car for that price, or be at that payment. Because I think that, again, the perception out there is that, well, I can only go there if I'm trying to buy a Lexus, or I can't afford to shop at that store, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. We have certified pre-owned Lexus. We have I've got a 14 RX certified unlimited mileage warranty, your next 4 scheduled services for free, and that car is $25,995, and that surprises a lot of people. Oh, I thought
it shocks.
I thought I'd have to spend twice that much, to own a Lexus. We've got another 14 RX navigation premium package, Claret Mica, which is a beautiful car, $26,620. Certified. Again, unlimited mileage warranty is included in that price, and the your next 4 services complimentary. 15 ES, $25,488. Again, certified. 13 GS. A GS is a beautiful sports car, 4-door sports sedan.
Oh, okay.
$24,888. I mean, that is not what people expect, and we're trying to change that perception. That, my goodness, I can't shop at a Lexus store. We've got a 15 GMC Savannah work van. Great car. It's got 41,000 miles on it. A great work van. $17,999. That I think that surprises people.
Okay, what do they trade that in on?
The funny thing is they traded it in on an RX.
Really?
They traded in a work van for an RX. So we've got a great selection, great prices. It doesn't have to be a Lexus. We carry off brands. We've got Hondas, Toyotas, GMC, BMWs. We've got so if you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle and looking for a great deal, please go to our website, www.treasurecoastlexus.com, and look at and search pre-owned vehicles, because that perception is not reality. We're as competitive as anybody in this market. We're aggressive, and again, we want to service everybody. We want to sell you every car, that you purchase, not just Lexus new cars or Lexus certifieds.
Mm-hmm.
We want it all, and we're willing to work for it and be aggressive to earn it.
And, of course, this month you've got tires specials, Scott?
Sure do. 100 off on a set of 4. Major brands. So, great deal.
That sounds great. Yeah. And service, that's second to none. I mean, it's absolutely phenomenal.
You've experienced it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got it.
So come on in October, Rocktober, and get some great deals, phenomenal deals on 2018s. Come on in and see the 2019s. If you were waiting for the 19s to come out, they're starting to come in. Come on in and take a look at them. The completely redesigned ES is amazing. Great. They did a phenomenal job.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
All right, take care.
Gary and Scott, Treasure Coast Car Guys from Treasure Coast Lexus, right here on WPSL, Port St. Lucie, WSTU, Stewart, on Alexa, Google Home,